With chords. So I've got a list of chords here. I've got my circle of fifths. And here is what we learnt all the way back last year in transition. But we have looked at it since. And it's always been there for you to have a look at come SAC time and come now the end of your exam. So here it is. We start with the B flat major. And again, like we did with the scales, I'm going to show you both ways. So up the top, major key signature. So what we do have to think in almost like scale terms for this. So when we make a chord, generally we go play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note sort of thing. So I'll explain that again. So if I'm in the key of B flat, that's my B flat major scale. I need to play every second note, or every third note really. So I play that note, I skip that one, skip, skip, and they're the notes. So on the paper, we end up with this. So watch the scale video if you're not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm making a major scale, and that's a B flat major scale because that is the underlying notes for the B flat major chord because they are related. So this is a B flat major scale. So to make that a B flat major chord, we get rid of every second note. So we get rid of that, we get rid of that, and in fact we get rid of all these other ones. So basically what we want, we've spoken about scale degrees before. Let's revise our Roman numerals for this will help you with your other questions too. So we should know our Roman numerals by now, but if we don't, I'm happy to revise them. Just get rid of these dots because they're annoying me. Anyway, that's what we ended up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we go back to the 1. So let's not worry about the 1 now. But these are the 7 different notes of the B flat major scale. To make a major chord, we play the 1, the 3, and the 5. So that would mean getting rid of the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, and the 7, okay? So that's the key signature method. So we start with a major key signature. But we have to know that first little bit, don't we? That we play a note. So we'd probably end up starting with something like this, like we did with the scales, yeah? Then we add our 2 flats for the key of B flat. 1, 2, blanket exploded. Okay? So from there, once we've added our 2 flats, that's a major scale, we play the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th. 1, 3, 5, okay? Now that's different to the next bit, which is the interval pattern of 4, 3. So if we start on B flat, and we go up 4 semitones, and then we go up 3 semitones, we get those notes. So I've still got the A there. That would be for a B flat major 7. I want to talk about major second in a second. So as I've said throughout the year, learning to sing these sounds, to play them on your instrument, to play them on the keyboard especially, because they are easier to follow on the keyboard. You can just see your hand and the notes. So anyway, 4, 3, we end up with B flat, D, and F. Okay, next one is a major 7, which uses a major key signature. So I'm going to take this major scale from up here, and I'm going to put in the numbers. We can use Roman numerals or numbers. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so again, so for a major 7, we call it a 1, 3, 5, 7. So we get rid of the 2, get rid of the 4, and get rid of the 6, and we don't need the 1 again to double up the note. And that's what we get, 1, 3, 5, 7. So we're using a major scale, and we're getting rid of some of the notes. We keep every second note. We keep the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7, as it says there. And again, if we wanted to use the interval pattern, we go up 4, go up 3, go up 3. And that's written here, 4, 3, 4 actually. 4, 3, 4. Sorry, that was my mistake. We go up 4, and we go up 4. 4, 3, 3, as you can see here, is the next one, which is a dominant. So we're going to do that next. F7 or F dominant 7. What does it say here? We start with a major key signature and flatten the 7. That's the same as we did for the Mixolydian. They are one and the same. A dominant 7 chord is the chord that goes along with that scale. So they have the same rule. Major scale, flat 7. That's why I've said before that I find this way is a bit more musical. It teaches you a lot more stuff. So again, we'll put in our magic numbers. Okay, so we'll get rid of the tonic at the top. We don't need that twice. So we're keeping the 1, 3, 5, 7 again. So if we do that, we've done the first bit, major scale 1, 3, 5, 7. But as it says there, we want a flat 7. So we're going to put a flat there. So if it was a sharp there, we'd get rid of the sharp. We wouldn't add a flat if it was like E sharp, for example. Anyway, if we follow the interval pattern, we would obviously get the same result. Okay, so now we need a B minor. So what are we going to do? We need a B minor key signature. So again, we would have to do a minor scale, B natural minor, which ends up being this. Again, if you're not sure on your scales, go see the previous video. But that is a B natural minor, because we've added 2 sharps, F and C, Father Christmas. So we're getting rid of the 2, we're getting rid of the 4, and we're getting rid of the 6, because then we've got our 1, 3, 5, 7. But from the major scale, we might like to think of it like this. And this is actually how they teach you in your textbook, with the flats and the sharps. And again, if you follow that way, we would get go up 3, go up 4, go up 3, and that's the sound. Oh, sorry, I've done a minor 7, which is one step too far. We don't need a minor 7. We only want a minor, which is up 3 and up 4. There we go. So G minor 7 ends up being a 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7, starting from G. And we need a G major scale. Okay, so again, check out that major. So that's a major scale. I just showed you how to do a major scale then, but we want a minor scale. So this might be another way of thinking. I didn't do this on purpose, but we flatten the 7, and we flatten the 6, and we flatten the 3 to get a natural minor scale from a major scale. So that's another way of getting a major scale, or getting a natural minor scale from a major scale. Okay, from there, same deal. Get rid of the 2, get rid of the 4, get rid of the 6, and we don't need the tonic. So that ends up with our 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. We don't have to do anything else because we did the key signature. Otherwise, we remember our up 3, up 4, up 3. Okay, now we're into our last 3. What does it say here? Half diminished, minor key signature, lower the 5th. So we're going to start with a natural minor. and then we're going to make our minor 7 chord, which would be getting rid of the 2, getting rid of the 4, and getting rid of the 6, and getting rid of the tonic. So now we've got an E minor 7. So what we need to do is get rid of the middle note. Also, sorry, flatten the middle note. There's no real middle note, but it's the 5th. So we're going to flatten this one. So it's the 3rd from the top, if you want to think of it that way. E, G, B, D. So the 1, 3, 5, 7. Because we need to flatten the 5. So that's from that. And our 7 and our 3 are already flat. The reason they're already flat is because of the minor scale. Minor scale already has a flat 3 and it already has a flat 7. So once you've added the key signature, that's what you get. sus4, major key signature, but move the 3rd to a 4th. Okay, so what does that mean? We start with a major scale. Now you probably won't get this one because this is 3 sharps, so let's just do it anyway. Father Christmas gave. 3 sharps. Father Christmas gave. Father Christmas gave. There we go. So that's a major scale. So this time we don't want the 3, we want the 4. So we're going to get rid of the 2 and the 3. We're going to keep the 4 and get rid of the rest after that. So I'll do that again, sorry. I'll add our numbers just to be clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll get rid of the 8, don't worry about the 8. So from there, we want to get rid of the 2 and the 3, and we want to keep the 4 and the 5, and we want to get rid of the 6 and the 7. So obviously follow the interval pattern if you want to do the interval pattern. And this is the last one. And D5 is a power chord, and all it is literally a perfect 5th. So this one's probably a good idea just to do the straight perfect 5th. So go D-A, that's the answer for that one. So you can just go up 7 semitones if you like from D. So you play both those notes together, that's a power chord. That's it. That is how you would do all of the VCE chords.